Hi, my name is Carol. I'm from Ingersoll in Ontario, Canada, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my Pleximony. Whitney asked me last night if I'd do this. I've never done it before, so you'll have to bear with me. Um, Basically, my Pleximony starts with my husband. He has Crohn's disease, and for the last 2 years since we've been married, he has been suffering very, very badly. He's been to the specialist. The specialist has offered medications that have worse side effects than he was having with the Crohn's. Um, he's been offered biologic medication where they would infuse into a vein, like by IV, and that was way too expensive for what we could actually afford. Um, Basically, he's suffering with stomach cramps, very severe, joint pains, jittering, like shaky legs, numbness in his extremities, his hands and his feet. He would bathe several times a day just for the heat of the water to take the pain away. Um, he was in quite a bad way. He actually posted on Facebook desperately if anybody knew of anything that we could use or try or whatever that would help. At that point, I knew he was so desperate that he was begging on Facebook we needed to do something. And I noticed that my friend, Carol Murray, she had been posting a lot about gut health and plexus, and it was good for more than just weight loss. I'd heard of it before. I looked into it about 5 or 6 years ago for weight loss and decided not to bother because it wasn't really in Canada then. Then 2 years ago, after we just got married, we went to a county fair. There was a stall there that the woman was doing plexus. And so I looked into it again and I Googled it and did a bit of research and then still thought, nah, I'll leave it for a bit. But this time it was health issues. It was nothing to do with weight. It was literally my husband is in so bad a way. He's stressing because he's having to take time off work. He's worrying about financial. He's worried about his job. Everything was a vicious circle of making him worse. So we were really desperate. I messaged Carol because I'd seen her posting about all these crazy pink drinks and supplements and thought, well, it can't hurt. There's a money back guarantee. We're not going to lose anything. And if we do, it won't be that much. So I got online with Carol and Whitney Waugh, and they suggested that he goes on Ease in a high dosage, a loaded dose, and the X Factor. So he went on these, and he within 10 days was feeling awesome. He felt great. The chronic pain was disappearing, had gone. He hadn't had any. He hadn't had a day off work in 10 days, which was amazing. He'd had no flare-ups with his bowels or his stomach. He was feeling so much better, and he's continued to feel better. I mean, he did have the flu in the winter, but most people did. That was nothing to do with his Crohn's. So basically, he was feeling great. He swears by Crohn's. He says he swears by Ease. He'll never come off it. He loves it. So I decided, because I have health issues as well, I have degenerative discs in my back, I have tendonitis in my shoulders, sciatica in my hips, arthritis in my knees, my ankles, my hands. Really, I'm falling apart. Chronic fatigue. I'd had my gallbladder out and struggled with slight IBS. I had a full hysterectomy 18 months ago, and that was giving me hormonal issues, like my hair was falling out, my nails, my skin. I recently broke out in eczema, which I haven't had since a kid. So I thought I'll try the triplex and see how that goes. So I went on the triplex. The chronic fatigue, within days, I was sleeping better. I was waking up refreshed and ready for the day, which was unusual. I was feeling a lot better. The aches, the pains generally were disappearing. It's definitely helped. Obviously, it's not a cure, but it's definitely helped my symptoms. And I feel amazing on it. We were very skeptical at first, as a lot of people are, but I joined as an ambassador so I could get the best discount. That was in December, the middle of December 2017. Now it's the 21st of March. Yay, Canada. We're going to launch tonight. I'm now a silver ambassador and I'm loving Plexus.